Today in class, you should make sure you find the unit rates. You should be finishing 5B. 5B is located on page 56 in your workbook. So finding unit rates, that means I want to know the number of dollars per 1 hour. You can write it that way, or you can just write it and give me your answer in dollars per hour. And then you should answer question 4 and 5 and 6 on this page. Make sure they're making sense to you. On this page, remember, when you find slope, slope is always the rise over the run. And you are counting going up and down and left and right. The other thing to keep in mind that you might want to put a picture of is if you have a positive slope, that will go up to the right. Negative slope goes down to the right. You do not have any on this first page that are undefined because you have no vertical lines. So remember, a vertical line, like a straight up and down vertical line, is when you have the undefined. That's the U under the nose. You also do not have any zero slopes because you have nothing that is a horizontal line on this page. So when you look at this face, right, you only have positive and negative, so that should help you to change it. You are always going to be picking 2 points. When you pick points on your line, the closer you pick them, like I talked about today, if I pick these 2 points, you will have to simplify. So keep in mind, you're going to tell me M equals the movement equals the rise over the run. And in this case, going up 3 and over 3, positive 3 up, 3 to the right, is going to simplify to 1 over 1, or we can just write it as 1. The closer you pick points, the less you have to simplify. This one would have been up 1 and over 1. So pick 2 points on your line. Again, this is not a good point to pick, right? Because we don't know exactly. But this one is a nice point to pick. Think about your line. Over here, I am looking for all of your answers. Same on the 2 worksheets that the sub will be handing out to you. You will be finding the slope using the formula. y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1. We did this one. I had this one up today in class after the quiz. M equals, I will need you to write the formulas on all of these and on the worksheets that you will be getting. So you will put this formula in, and then if we look at this, this is our x1, y1. This is our x2, y2. So when I subtract those, 0 minus 4 divided by 0 is my x2 divided by y2, which is 2. It is always subtraction. Sometimes you may have to have a problem where you have like something like 4 minus a negative 2. Remember, we would rewrite that as 4 plus 2, those 2 integers together, subtracting a negative. This one is going to give us negative 4 divided by negative 2, which when we simplify is going to give us the answer of 2 over 1. Now, some of you are going to have problems with number 9. And the problem with number 9 that you're going to do, and so I would like you to take a look at that one. In number 9, we are going to use that same formula. We write our formula y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1. When you do that, we have x1, y1, we have x2, y2. So we are starting with 4/7 minus 3/7. That's going to equal 1/7. In our denominator, we are going to have 1/5, our x sub 2, minus 2/5. They have a common denominator, so we can subtract, and we get 1/5. So this is really our problem. We have 1/7 divided by 1/5. And if you remember doing fraction division, 1/7, we change division to multiplying by the reciprocal. And the reciprocal of 1/5 is 5 over 1. And that's how they got the answer of 5/7 in the back for number 9. You should be able to do 10 through 12. Here, make sure you are using and counting rise, going up and down, to the run. These are both positive slopes. These are both negative slopes. But again, you should show me how you're counting. Once you finish that page, and some of you are done, so just make sure you check the answers, then you're going to go to the worksheet that the sub will be handing out. And as you look at that worksheet that the sub is handing out, the first part I'm asking you to use and count. So we're going to go to line A, and I'm going to show you what I need you to do for line A. I give you 2 points on your graph. It says, using rise over run, find the slope of each line. Slope will be given in simplest form. Then circle the correct word that describes it. So we are counting our rise, and my hint is always go from left to right. We are rising 2, so we're going to have a rise of 2, a run of 3, positive when you go to the right, positive 2 going up, positive 3, so 2 over 3. So we are going to write our answer as 2/3, and then we would circle positive. Now if it's negative, you're going to circle negative. If it is undefined, remember undefined is our vertical, put in your numbers. So on the front and back of this, you are simply doing the counts, okay? So count your rise and run on each one. You'll do the same on the back page of that first one. You're going to be doing that same thing. Although now I start to ask you to write in the words, so I'm going to need you to write in rise over run. So as you get further, slope equals, I want you to put those words in as you are writing those. So you'll have this completed. Again, you see rise, sometimes we don't put the run, so you got to put in the missing words, okay? Circle your answer, show your work. The next sheet is using the formula. So in that next sheet, you'll find the slope of each line passing through the points. You're going to start with your formula. If it's helpful for some of you, put x1, y1. Put x2, comma, y2. So when you show your work, you will have 3 minus 5. 3 is y2. y1 was 5. What is my x2? Oh, it's 3. Minus a negative 1. Here's where we get into that situation. 3 minus 5, that's the same as 3 plus a negative 5. That leaves us with negative 2. 3 minus a negative 1, that's the same as 3 plus 1, which leaves me with 4. We want to simplify our answer. Negative 1/2. So I started that. You're going to finish both pages. If you finish, you'll have time to work on Dreambox.